Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Steven from Game Tech and Match, and today I'm coming at you with an update on my project for Game Jam, which is Hajime Adventures, an action combat oriented game. It's going to be an adventure game, of course, and it's going to be heavily inspired on the Japanese culture, like samurais and stuff like that, and ninjas, and basically the main element of the game is the very stylish combat system that I'm coming up with. I did take a few elements, a few art assets like the spiders or the little UI floating over the spiders that you can see on screen. Basically, those are not mine, but everything else is mine. The combat system and everything, the way the animations flow, the physics and everything, I came up with, and I'm actually quite happy with the results so far. Of course, this game has only been in development for 4 days, and I am actually working by myself for everything, like the art assets. Of course, the scripting, the implementation of every system at all. I've got to come up with everything. So, it's gonna be quite heavy, but of course, that's what Game Jam is all about. You have to come up with something quite nice in a very short amount of time, basically 30 days. So yeah, basically, just to give you a quick list of the few systems that I've already implemented in the game is basically, like, of course, the physical combat system. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out so far. Like you can unsheath your sword and then start slashing with enemies. And there's damage applied, and you can receive damage also. Of course, you have a shield, which is basically like the character using his hat, as a shield. Since I wanted to implement like a real shield, but I love the way that I've designed the hat, and I thought, why not use it as a shield since it's so blocky, and it just makes for like a funny game element, I think. And yeah, basically, aside from the physical combat, of course, there's the alchemy system implemented, which is not actually like a crafting system, but more like an offensive spell, almost spell casting ability. And of course it's heavily influenced on the Full Metal Alchemist type of alchemy, which is of course quite unrealistic, but it's actually more fun that way than just mixing up potions and crafting stuff. I think that approach is actually better for anything alchemy related, especially in video games. And yeah, basically that's like the practical systems that I've already implemented. There's a few spells that you can see on the screen, like we can cast like a spell that puts like a bubble shield around him, and also you have a spell that launches you in the air, and then you throw like a big meteorite out of nowhere, and that kills anything pretty much in sight. And of course, I also have like the double jump, which is always like, I don't know why, but every video game that has like a double jump is already like, to me, like as soon as I see a double jump in a video game, I love it. I'm gonna love it, and I think that's like why this has been like one of the first things that I've implemented. And yeah, also aside from that, on a more technical side of things, I did come up with all the blueprints. I've been using Unreal Engine 4 for those who didn't recognize it on screen. But yeah, I came up with everything basically. The art assets I did, I've done like a bunch of them, in 3ds Max, but the ones that you're seeing on the screen are actually made with Magical Voxel, which is a 3D voxel art program. It's free. It's very lightweight. You can download it for Mac or Windows, I believe. I'm gonna put a link in the description, and that's what I've been using to do like pretty much everything that you're seeing, like the walls, the floor tiles, the main character, every item that I'm using, everything is from Magical Voxel. The rest that you can't really see on the screen right now has been made with 3ds Max. The only assets like that I didn't come up with was the spiders and the UI over their heads. I've seen like another YouTuber, which I forgot his name. I'm gonna put a link in the description for his channel, but he came up with that UI. So since I've been using it and showing it to you guys, might as well give the guy some credit, and he's very talented, so just go out and check him. So yeah, basically that's gonna be it for this first update. Just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, basically, for the next update, I'm gonna show you guys basically how further I've gone, and I'm gonna show you guys also like maybe a few more things story related for the game, because it's a pretty heavy story for like a 30-day game production. It's basically like it's quite heavy. Like you have a king that's been looking to be immortal for a minute, and he didn't find a way. So of course he heard of those, mysterious alchemists from very very far away that knew how to. So basically, these alchemists, he sent out his best soldier to find them so that they can come to his kingdom and show him how to be immortal, or basically that's what he hoped for. Actually, when he sent his soldier, his unnamed and unknown soldier, he got a big surprise. When the soldier returned, he was accompanied with all of the alchemists, and basically they overpowered the kingdom, and the soldier and the alchemists are now ruling over the entire kingdom. So basically the game itself sets place at that moment in history when like the evil soldier just overpowered the king and took the throne with the alchemist, and now you're a basically like a vagabond, like a rogue alchemist. That's pretty much the only guy left that knows alchemy, because of course the king, the new king, made sure that anybody else would never find out his secret on how he became immortal and how he overpowered the throne. So he banished anybody that was doing alchemy. He killed them all except for this one guy, which is our main character. And this guy basically, he's trying to save the kingdom basically and overpower that king, and give the power back to maybe himself or maybe somebody else. We'll see. I'm not quite sure exactly how I want to end this, but you basically have to destroy the evil king. So that's basically the storyline. You're a rogue alchemist that's trying to kill an evil king that became immortal and overpowered the good king, and etc. etc. So that's what we're gonna do with this game, and I'm pretty excited to see like how it's gonna develop into a full-fledged game. So if you guys have any other questions regarding the project, you can definitely leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, if you like anything at all that I've showed you guys, you can leave a like, and of course subscribe for more updates. I'll be posting them frequently, maybe like twice a week, because I do work pretty fast. Everything you're seeing on screen has been done in like 4 days, or actually 3 days. So I do work pretty fast, so that makes up for the fact that I'm going to have to post a lot of updates. So if you guys want to get those updates, make sure to subscribe with the bell notification on. How that goes. And yeah, basically, if you guys want tutorials on anything I've done, make sure to ask me. You can either DM me or you can of course leave a comment on the video. Leaving a comment is going to be more effective. I'm going to tell you right away if I'm